Good afternoon, my peoples. Quick live because TikTok keeps telling me to do it. How does it find you? Just been making some content for the website. As ever, trying to keep it ultra real. Someone's got to when it comes to the topic of dealing with narcissists. Yeah? As I said to people all the time, you don't need to research no more about them. You already know enough. What you need to understand is yourself, your dreams and aspirations. And I'll tell you this for nothing. Researching them ain't helping you. Continuously Googling them is not great for your greatness. It's actually holding you back and it's keeping you stuck. Understand, you've already read this. They don't change. This lipstick's a bit rogue today, but hey ho, such is life. Perfection is overrated. So I'm again always promoting this, and I know people don't like it. I get cussed for it, but I'm robust, got a strong backbone. It's essential that you understand when you are sabotaging yourself. Researching narcissism is not helpful to you because it promotes the problem that already exists, which you spend more time focused on them, which is actually an essential part of the relationship dynamics. You are more focused on them and therefore, you continuously miss looking inward. Looking inward is where you find the answers, because I don't know about you, but they are very baffling people. For example, I worked with prisoners. I worked in a prison. And trust me, dealing with psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists who commit criminal offenses is incredibly jarring. Very jarring. They're so bad that we have to go in twos. That's the level of manipulation we're dealing with, and we're trained professionals. So what about you, poor you, who's dealing with an unnecessarily difficult? How are you going to manage that all by yourself? So there you are, perpetually researching, trying to find some miracle cure on, on the old Google algorithm. Not great for your greatness. This is one of the reasons why you're stuck, and it's one of the reasons why somebody said to me yesterday, Key, I just want to live my best life. That means what actually happens is we're living our worst life. And if you don't want to live a lackluster life, then it's essential that somebody has to say it. Somebody has to say it. Somebody has to say it because, I mean, look, I get it. Like Dr. Ramney, watching the videos, understanding more about the complexities of their behavior, it makes sense. But when is enough enough? You see, what you really truly need to understand is what is it about you that means these people are drawn to you. This is why I have my guide. Feel free, go to my profile, get my guide where you keep attracting narcissists. Us empaths need to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves, because there's things that we are doing. You people pleaser, you. Yes, I know you. Yeah. You are doing that are harmful to yourself. And then when you get to rock bottom, you may believe, how could they have treated me this way? The question is, why did you continuously give in the face of such cruelty, disrespect, and degradation? Look at these words I'm pulling out here. Yeah? Why do you continuously give? Often because we may have been raised in ways where we continuously give. It's a part of how we were raised in our family of origin. But you need to understand what you need is help. You need help. You need help to navigate this situation. Help navigate the situation. Because doing your Google research has its place, but it's not sufficient. And I think a lot of the influencers are really great at helping many empathic people to feel like this is always controversial, like you're a victim, and you are a victim. But if we as professionals promote perpetual victim consciousness, then you won't understand what it is that you are doing that is unhelpful, that fuels a toxic relationship. One of the biggest issues us empathic people have is we often live in hope, and we hold on to this imagined fairy tale of how it could be. And so we fight reality when it's clear that someone is dealing out some serious fuckeries. It is our relationship with hope that is a fundamental aspect of the dynamic we are experiencing with narcissistic individuals. You need to understand that. You need to understand that, dear empaths, you live in fantasy land. You have a vision in your mind's eye. This is when I know my clients are getting ready to shift, because the clients, this is when I know they're getting ready to go. They're like, Key, I caught the fantasy. And like I say, there's not a problem with missing narcissists. Some of them give some good ass sex, man. The sex alone will get your head messed up. If you know what I'm talking about, give me a heart, give me a like, give me a share. Tell a brethren who's struggling, yes? However, there's a time when we have to kick in the logic, yeah? You can't just be running off with your feelings all the time, because they trade on your feelings. If you know what I'm talking about, they trade on your feelings. And they manipulate that to their own advantage. And so they flip things on you. The whole gaslighting scenario. You know the terms, you know the words, you know how it goes. And what happens? Should I tell you what happens when they gaslight you? This is what maybe the others ain't telling you. You take the bait like you take flights. This is one of the reasons why our lives are lackluster, because we're taking bait instead of taking flights. I want to live my best life, she said to me yesterday. Key, I want to live my best life, because you're living your worst life. One of the ways you live in your worst life is by not focusing on the things that are of importance and value to you. And you are stuck researching them. And this is not great for your greatness. If you want manifestation, if you want change, then it is essential you start to # look at the man in the mirror, Michael Jackson style. Until you do that, your life will be lackluster. These people are all consuming. And unless you want to become a doctor of psychology, a professor at some sort of uni, yeah, it's a long thing. And stop telling narcissistic people that they're narcissistic. They ain't interested. That is not going to make them go, oh my God, babe, I've got to change. Let me go and go to therapy. It ain't happening, sister, brother, my cousin, my sister, my uncle. It's not happening. It's all the ways that you remain stuck. And this is why you can't manifest the things that you want. These people are energy draining. This is why your life is lackluster. You can't manifest. You'll get stuck. Listen, let me tell you something. These people will drain your battery like GPS on your phone. You go from 100 bars to 12% quick time. And you're like, what's draining your battery? There you go. You have to understand the levels you're dealing with. Your love and kindness will not save the day. Your love and kindness will not transform them into the miracle in your mind's eye. You got to keep it real with yourself. And while people might think, oh, Key, you're a bit harsh, somebody has to say it. And I say it in a way that hopefully is palatable to the people who are tired and fed up and stuck, and the situation is robbing you. Financially, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, it's mashing you up, and you are at a point where you understand you cannot sustain it as you are. If you know what I'm talking about, give me a heart, give me a like. These people are unscrupulous. And I've been at this for a number of years. This is what year are we today? 2012 I started. But trust me, my experience comes from a personal one. I've been through the mill, and it has been a personal victory for me. It revolutionized my life. It changed my thinking. Once I stopped focusing on them and started to look at myself, then I was like, oh, ouch. I mean, many of folk who come into the therapy room and want to wax lyrical to me about narcissists did this, narcissists did that. I have a look at Sister Good in the eye and say, sister, we're not here for them. It's that situation that brought you here. But what I need to understand is about you. What did they get? What got you hooked? How did they seduce you? Tell me all about the roller coaster. Tell me all about the beginning of the relationship and how wonderful it was. And what did you do when you noticed the fuckeries? When you saw that first odd behavior, what did you do? I said to a client today, you have to note to self, especially when we start dating again, you must note to self, because we empaths really have a wonderful fantasy about how love can be. And when reality shows us a disconnect, we have an issue with it. We explain it away. Oh, maybe he was tired, he was stressed, he didn't, his mom, he's got issues, he's got money problems, he didn't really. As a sister, we just note to self when we see the nonsense behavior. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense to you, give me a heart, give me a like. Feel free to go to the profile where you can get my guide where you keep attracting narcissists, because you need to understand why. Because researching narcissism is not great for your greatness, because many of us don't value ourselves sufficiently and we don't protect our empathy. If I hear another person say, oh, caring is a cursed key, I feel like being an empath it's like a curse. It ain't a curse, it's that. With any gift comes with responsibility. With any gift comes responsibility. And if you don't know how to protect your gift, it will be exploited, and we will take advantage of you, leverage you, and use you to their own advantage. I ain't lying, and I ain't come here to say it in no long-winded way, no psychological way, no academic way. I done read the books, but that doesn't help the average person who's in a situation that is taking them to break point. Now you're thinking about jumping on the pills because you can't get them out of your head at night. Not great for your greatness. What do you want for yourself, sister? What do you want for your life? Where do you want to be? What do you want to manifest? Because I tell you, doing positive affirmations all day ain't going to be helping you either. Because if you ain't got to the heart and the root of why you loathe yourself, why you say yes to nonsense when people show you time and time again that they are cruel and unkind, and you hang on in there living in hope, you know who's doing it to you? It ain't the narcissist, my sister. We doing it to ourselves. So we have to get very clear with ourselves about what is the fantasy in our mind's eye of how this relationship should be. Because if you live in fantasy land, you're avoiding reality. And reality is where you need to stay focused, no matter how much you love them, no matter how great the sex is. Stay grounded in reality. And notice, oh, the fantasy part of myself says X. I tell my clients this all the time. Some of you have got such great fantasies. My clients have gone on to write books. Go write book. Go back to school, learn, do creative writing classes, because your fantasy is a beautiful thing, but you must understand that your fantasy is what is keeping you stuck. When people show you who they are, believe them. Do not be drawing down some template in your mind's eye of the perfect person. Ain't great for your greatness, my sister. Ain't great for your greatness. You need to respect who they are as they are, because that's what you get. And that's the truth. And if you don't like the truth, no problem. Stay in reality, stay in your fantasy, hoping and wishing for the revolution. But if you like to be told straight, because that's what I'm very good at. I ain't got time. I don't want clients to be with me for 5 years. We want at least 6 months. Get down to business, root cause, so you got clarity, so you can move on with your life, manifest your dreams and aspirations. That's what you truly want. Stop taking the bait, start taking flights. No guilt trips, road trips. If you know what I'm talking about, we want road trips up in here. We want to take flights, new locations, new experiences. But you cannot have that because listen, don't talk to me about manifestation. You already manifesting. You just manifest what you don't want. Why do you manifest what you don't want? Because that's where your energy goes. If you want something different, focus your energy somewhere else. Stop researching them. Every time you go to Google and research, oh, he did this, he did that, gaslighting, you are denying yourself the potential that is within you that wants to manifest. There is innate potential in you. You have to reharness your energy, repurpose your energy, and overcome your limiting beliefs that mean you tolerate fuckeries. Because what? You live in hope. Because you want it like how it was in the good days when you were being psychologically seduced and manipulated. Anyhow, I have a client now. It is my time to go. I just thought I would do a quick live because I enjoy lives. Like, I can roll off the dome all day long. It's an absolute honor. I am Keeley Taverner. I am a psychotherapist. You hear that? That means I studied my books for years. Not that some man hurt me and I went and did a 2-bit Udemy course and call myself a coach. No, I work in the unconscious. I help people to understand their patterns, why their life is lackluster, why they play small. I didn't come from Northwest 10 to be where I am today by focusing on them. I had to do the inner work. I had to work on myself. And it has been a miracle journey. And I am privileged enough to be trusted to go alongside others who are journeying, who are tired of being tired and want more for their precious lives. If that speaks to you, give me a heart, give me a like, give me a share, because I know somebody out there needs to hear the message. You are not alone, but you can't make it on your own. Research takes you so far. The next part of your life is transformation, manifestation of your dreams. You've got ideas and visions in your mind's eye, but somewhere someone told you that that was beyond you, so you've settled. You want to have the audacity to step out on faith, to pursue a dream and an idea, get yourself out of your stagnation zone, experience new things, yes, and you will feel uncomfortable. And it's in the discomfort that we grow. We do not grow and transform in sameness and our comfort zones. If you spent half of your energy, if you reclaimed your energy from watching all them Netflix series and repurposed that to your own ideas, creation and manifestation will unfold. It's the simple rules of the universe. Netflix, if you got rid of Netflix, you would have time and space to nurture your own ideas. Amen. The truth shall set you free, but it might piss people off first, and that's okay, because I'm not here to keep people comfortable. I want to see you grow. But I can't want more for you than you want for yourself. So be mindful of what you do with your attention, where you put your energy, because when you manifest misery, who do we have to blame? Them or us? Important questions. It's your girl, Keeley Taverner. Do take care of you, because if you don't, no one is coming to save you. You best learn to save yourself. And that is the inconvenient truth. And it's the truth you need to overstand if you truly want to live your best life. Peace.